Thank you. And hello. Let me have chat on screen. Welcome to Tarzan Untamed. Don't pay attention to anything on the title, what you're seeing on the title screen right now, except really do. I didn't introduce myself, which kind of wasn't necessary since, you know, my name is on the layout. But yeah, I am DoubleDubbel. You may remember me from the train wreck that just happened. And now but yeah. So I'm back with a vengeance. Yeah, thanks for the good luck. And I'm showing this title screen uh, because there's a certain something about this. You're seeing Tarzan free, right? Because I'm playing the PAL version of the game, which is the slower version because this does not have PAL 60, a PAL 60 setting. But I have that on my way. So this will most likely be my last run on PAL version, which in itself makes it already memorable, if you ask me. So yeah, it's one of those games that has a different title in a different region for some reason. The official title that the game goes by, which is the title for the NTSC version, is Disney's Tarzan Untamed. Now, if you'll give me just a few seconds to chat up the community. About this run. Should have done that sooner, but there we go, did it already. Alright, so time is going to start when I select this level. I showed the new game screen as well for run verification. So let's get this started in 3, 2, 1, go. So I already skipped the cutscene. But you didn't see any of it. Because we can skip cutscenes basically as soon as possible. Like on the very first frame. But in general, before the start of a level and after the end of a level, there is a cutscene that we skip. You know, which basically means we're skipping the entire story. But yeah, what happened in the opening cutscene is there's poachers that are capturing monkeys. So Tarzan goes to find stuff out.
What do you have?
Find out what's going on.
It's freaking me out. Here, you take it.
What am I supposed to do with it?
And I'll explain more about the story as we skip several cutscenes. And yeah, you may have noticed the graphics look kind of questionable. And that is because this game was actually a launch title for the GameCube. You know, alongside games such as Luigi's Mansion. And first skip, which I failed. So yeah, that walking to the gorilla and the text box appearing, if I had landed a little bit further to the left, I would have actually skipped it. So that lost me about 3 seconds. And yeah, this game also has voiced cutscenes.
Thank you, Tarzan. What's going on? Who's responsible for this?
I'm trying to find out.
The other apes are out searching for the children. They'll help you on your way once you've freed all the little ones.
Yeah, this game is extremely obscure. So not many people know that this was actually a launch title. Now what you saw me do there, and I did it like a little bit earlier as well, before I grabbed the first set of spears. That is called a rail jump. Also second skip coming up. Alright. So this is called shroom skip. I skip landing on the mushrooms which will bounce me forward. To just quickly grab that reel. I go like past them underneath the mushrooms and grab the reel that way. Because otherwise I land on the branch and have to like turn back around. I'm also collecting these film reels. Right, so gonna rolling attack through that. So yeah, there's another big rail jump. So it's just how the physics of the game work. One, two, three, four, five. Right, I do 5 of those for safety. You can do it in 4. In 4 of those grabs. Also, really small optimization here. I missed it. So because I stopped running, I get the standing attack animation, which is shorter than the running attack animation. Except I missed the cage, because I stopped running too early. Also, I slide up, like all the way up the top there to get boosted forward more. So there's a lot of physics exploits to just boost yourself forward. So there's a surprising amount of speed tech to this game. Rail jumping, and there's a very big exploit coming up in a little bit. Also, we have to rescue these baby monkeys for something I will be explaining in a little bit. Also, this we just damage boost through. I'm continuously jumping because there's a little bit of a build up to running speed. I need to plug out my memory card because I'm gonna get that save prompt which loses me time. I did not realize I had a memory card plugged in. But yeah, we're gonna go over to here. This is what we get for saving all the baby monkeys. This bungee challenge, which is, and this first one is very simple. We go up, we go down, we go left, we go right, we go left again, we go right, we go down right, we go left, we go up, and we hold up. And that gets us this film reel. So that's another film reel added to the collection. The game is clearly divided into 3 sections. Each section has 25 film reels to get. We need 45 out of the first 50 to progress to the final third of the game and beat it. There's another category called crocodile percent, which is the big meme within the speedrun, which doesn't pay attention to any of the film reels, but because you can access the third of the game, it ends at the crocodile boss fight, hence the name crocodile percent. It's a big meme. So much so that there's actually a tie for world record between 2 people. Myself and Mui Kula, one of the other runners for this game. Also, I'm not going up that branch this time, because it's faster, but you're forced up there by the cutscene. Now, because I missed Gorilla Skip, the text box I got there, I normally would have gotten here if I did get Gorilla Skip, so I get only 1 text box here now. So yeah, you might have noticed I've gone back into the first level, and that's because I completed the bungee challenge, I can yell at these gorillas and get their help. I get boosted to an alternate path. So this is again all part of the routing to get to those 45 film reels as efficiently as we can. We're gonna skip saving the baby monkeys, so first we're saving the animals, then we're killing the animals. Also, I don't have to do shroom skip now. So yeah, this is where it lands you, and you would have had to turn back for the film reel. Also, this guy, we can spear him and kill him instantly. If we don't do that, we have to enter a struggle minigame where we have to mash B to fill a bar. You'll see it in a later bit, because there's a few of these encounters, as we call them, that you can skip. Also, you cannot use spears when you have a baby monkey on your back, so I couldn't use a spear to kill that pig the first time around, but now I can. But yeah, we're not gonna save the baby monkeys in the second section. Also, this game stores progress as soon as you get it, so I collect a film reel and I quit out. So now I have 7 film reels. Or 8 if you count the one from the bungee challenge, because that does also count. Now the cutscene that happened at the end of the first level is Turk trying to grab a reel and then falling off like a dumb, and falling into the river. So now we gotta save her. We gotta go through this, but we also have more important things to do than saving Turk, which is collecting film reels. There's 8 film reels in each of the main stages. There's 3 like stages, and then a bunch of challenge, and that adds up to 25. So because we have to go through this full level already, that's the first time I've missed it that way. So yeah, I'm gonna go back immediately. Go back in immediately. But yeah, for routing wise, we have to get all of these. I was trying to get onto the reel for safety, and then I ended up missing it completely. Alright, let me get on the grind this time. There we go. I usually do this anyway because it lines me up better for this section, so you can just maneuver through. Also, there's also these surfing stages also have more exploitable physics, which we're gonna demonstrate right here. Because watch me crash into this wall. Note how I don't take damage whenever I hit this with the backside of my board. So that is a technique we call back bonking, because we're bonking on the walls using the back half of our board. For some reason there's no damage detection. There's collision detection, but no hit detection. So yeah, we're gonna use abuse back bonking to hell and back to just maneuver around the stage super fast. Well, I've tried many times before to skip that rock on the right. It does not work. I'm not gonna go for it. Also, you may have just noticed me jumping over that by a mile, but still getting it. So the hitboxes for the film reels in this stage, in these surfing stages, are gigantic, which honestly is a great relief. But yeah, because of the first reel I missed, I think you can figure out why we call this Surfer Resets, as opposed to the stage's actual name, which is Surfer Turk. That one I also jumped over by a mile, but you know, insanely generous hitboxes. So I have 7 reels. There's the last one. We now have 8. So we're good to go. Alright, so in this cutscene, Professor Porter is warning us that Turk is in danger, except Tantor is on an island that's separated by an ocean. So what does Tarzan do? He makes a bird. He turns a bird into a water ski thing. So this is the quote-unquote auto-scroller of the game, except you're doing things during it. But yeah, but it's kind of nice because you know you have the first level, which has a lot of skips to do, and then you have to go through it again to get all the reels, and then you have the very stressful Surfer Turk, as you just saw. And now we get to just chill and meme around with reverse skiing, which actually does reverse your controls. There, so I can turn this game into Tony Hawk by just doing all kinds of tricks. Yeah, we can do all kinds of front flips. We can do reverse grind, which is not really a reverse grind, but more Tarzan assuming a slightly different pose. Also, I definitely had to avoid that rail. If I had gotten on that, I would have missed the film reel. So this lets me show off that every 5,000 points you get another life. Also here, hold left and reel is free. Just hold left and you'll automatically get another rail. We'll get more questionable rails later on. Alright, so here we one. So I have a visual cue for that. Each of those sections gets you grind 100, 200, and then it starts back over because you're technically touching the water. So I wait for the second grind 100 and then I jump. And I always get it. Alright, so now a hunter is about to shoot Tantor, who has his trunk stuck in a cage. Except we saved Tantor just in time, and now we have to fight this guy. Also, I'm just mashing B. I'm mashing B to drain this bar. A button combination pops up, which is always the same. And that's your boss fight. Intense, isn't it? And by the way, there's no way for me to influence how fast the bar drains. As long as I'm mashing fast enough, it will always drain at the same rate, no matter how much faster I mash. The minimum amount of mashing will get higher in later boss fights, and they add extra hits and extra button combos, and that's how they spice it up. So yeah, a little bit of lacking in creativity. But hey, I don't mind. This is a game I grew up with as a kid. Also, we use a spear to kill that lady. It's not necessary, but I just kind of felt like it. You know, she's a poacher, and we're a friend of you know, Tarzan is a friend of the animals. Except he's kind of not, because he's just leaving this monkey here. Alright, yeah, so this stage has more of the same stuff that we've seen before. Except these, like overhead rails. We jump off immediately, because that is faster. And if we jump off too late, we fly over the rail that we land on and die. Also, am I worthy? Yes or no? I am worthy. So that will again bounce you off back towards the hippos. Also, we have these guys again. Pretty sure you saw this run in GDQ recently. I highly doubt that, because there's only 3 runners of this game, and none of us have gone to GDQ before. Alright, so I'm grabbing spears, even though it is also technically not necessary. It is definitely not necessary, because I have a monkey on my back now, so I can't use my spears anyway. Alright, so I jumped to make that shot miss me. Also, if I drop off and die suddenly, that's the game's fault, not mine. Okay. That's not me being salty or anything, that's actually how it works. Also, that's time lost to saving the monkeys. I just said we didn't need to. My brain's like on autopilot right now. It was GDQ annual last year. Yes, I did in fact run this at BSG annual last year. Which is also why I have not submitted it for this year. Because I ran it last year already. And I tied my world record. Also, oh no, I died. Oops. Well, that path's too dangerous, I guess. Guess we're going the other way. Alright, memeing aside. You know, we grab the reel. It stores the progress. Also, this is one of those mash B to fill a bar encounters that I mentioned earlier. Oh, what? Okay, that's just questionable physics. It made me jump to the left for some reason. Luckily the checkpoint's right there, so we didn't even lose that much time. But yeah, it is a death warp. The game still has the reel stored. And the reason we take the alternate path first is because during the points where those paths are apart and before they come together again, the normal path has checkpoints where you cannot go back from, while the alternate path doesn't. So we go the alternate path, we grab the reel, we die, and we get respawned to before the split. So yeah, there's been a solid amount of routing that's gone into this, and it's all just so we can do this stage and get all the reels we need in a single attempt. Another part of the routing is also why we're not saving the baby monkeys here, even though I saved the second one by accident. Because yeah, you saw the other monkey that Tarzan got auto walked towards, and the text box popped up. That's the bungee challenge for this section. But by not doing them, we still have access to 46 of the 50 film reels that are in the first two sections. Also, I have to focus here. Okay, good. That reel can easily not let you on, and then if you not get on there, it's impossible to get the reel, and you have to just reset. This second reel that's coming up is also just plain bad. So I'm not even gonna get on the reel, but I'm just gonna land to the side and jump near it. Again, hitbox abuse. Alright, so this is just for style points. This is all not necessary. Alright, fortunately, that rail can also not let you on, but fortunately, just sticking to that still lets you get the reel because of the hitboxes. Oh, you want me to go full swag? Okay, I'm gonna go full swag by reverse skiing everywhere I can. During the next surfing stage that we'll see, which is a bit away from now. I'll also like do some swag things and really turn the game into Tony Hawk. Just watch. All right. So the first section had one stage of each type. So one water ski, one surf, and a jungle exploration, as the game calls it, which is the real platforming levels, such as the one we're in right now. Also, this is going to be the last death warp of the game. Alright. So I'm gonna jump out at a specific time here. So this lasso guy, you cannot avoid getting hit by his lasso, and then you have to mash B to fill a bar, because the game loves doing that for pretty much everything, to break out of it. Later on in the game, we'll also see spiders that try to cocoon you, which you have to break out of the same way. Except the encounters go a little bit differently, because I'm mashing so fast you don't see it, but okay, so you can see me hit those two, and then miss the last. So yeah, the platforms in this game are not always aligned properly. Also, I jumped off too early, because I actually wanted to skip the first lily pad. So let me jump off here. There we go. Also, as a small little fun fact. Ah, damn it. As a small little fun fact, this is actually my 101st run of the game. Yeah, I apologize for how dark this game is. It just kind of is. The only thing I can recommend is upping the brightness on whatever monitor you're watching this on. Alright, here's another one of those match B encounters, but we can just walk around this one. The trigger zone for it is smaller than the platform. So I'm gonna play it safe by just normal climbing here. Since I've kind of already died enough. I died so much during On the Roll 3D. Let's not die a million times here too. So more rail jumping here. Alright, we're sitting on 4 film reels now. We need 6. Right, here another rail jump. Now what we're coming up to is a place where you can actually soft lock the game. Or not really soft lock the game, but soft lock the level. Depending on the time I get, I may or may not show this off. But considering we're behind schedule, there's probably not going to be any time. Grab spears, please. Okay, let's just grab them. So yeah, you saw the so you're seeing me do basically like every action in midair, and that's because we want to avoid animations, because if you do anything on the ground, you get stuck in the animations. But in midair, we can just keep moving while the animations happen. Also, next, skip is coming up. And I missed it. So you can actually kill that guy if you land in the right spot, which is very close to the ledge. And spear. The lasso guy, you can actually avoid getting hit by his spear, which we call lasso skip. So I'm 1 for 3 on the skips today. Right, now here we are at the end of the stage. I'm gonna use a spear to just kill this off and, you know, not have to punch him. Because that's also, I've been killing a lot of these enemies by air punching them. So here we got the second boss. So you know how I've been dying every time I fall in the water? Watch this. Watch what happens after I clear this first hit. Pay close attention to Tarzan and, you know, tell me what's wrong. Pay close attention to Tarzan here and tell me what does not add up. Right, so here we are on the second hit. So in case you didn't figure it out, Tarzan can swim here for some reason. It's the only place in the game where he can swim, and it's during a cutscene. Also, as I said earlier, the button combos are always the same. I accidentally hit A the first time, so I kind of fat-fingered it. But yeah, that is always going to be A, B, X, Y. But even though that's the case, I don't bother to learn the button combinations from the top of my head.
Good show, my boy. These may just have the answers we need. Let's take a look.
Alright, so I wanted to let you hear Porter's voice, because that's the only place in the game where you'll hear it, because we're skipping the cutscenes. You also do not hear Jane's voice at all, because Jane's voice is only in cutscenes. Also, as a quick note, there's other languages for this game, which has the cutscenes all dubbed over, but not the grunts. The grunts all still use the English version. So all the dialogue and all the cutscenes have been dubbed, but the grunts and everything haven't. I jumped off too late again. I do not have spears. There we go. Did anything interesting happen? You missed Tarzan suddenly being able to swim. But hey, if you've seen this run at BSG Annual, you may have already known that. So yeah, this is a kind of a mediocre run. I've died way more times than I should. So I guess we're moving over to playing extremely safe. Okay. Okay, come on. Break open the cage. Now here, that's a good place to show that. If you walk into a spear that's sticking in the ground, you actually get it back in your inventory. So believe it or not. Oh yeah, the animation is pretty funny, where after the first hit, he just breaks the jaw open of the crocodile. Alright, so there's small pieces. So one thing I didn't explain about rail jumping is that it only works when you're sliding downward on the rail. Here, the downward sections are very small and it's not worth it. But yeah, good eye, Priya. We are indeed saving the monkeys again. But that's not for, like, to get any film reels or anything. The spear got stuck in the wall, so yeah. So yeah, that's another encounter I have to tank. Monkeys are people too. No, they're not. They're monkeys. That's why they're called monkeys. And that they're animals. That's why they're called animals. Alright, I'm up to running speed. Right, so here we have our buddy Gary. So I hit him twice to stun him. And then I can run past him. If he's not stunned. If he's not stunned, running into him damages you. Like, it gives you contact damage. Also, I cannot see anything, and probably you guys cannot either. So I'm just gonna run and pray. Because I advised you guys to turn up the brightness on your monitor. I do not have the brightness turned up on mine. Tarzan, can you grab the ledge, please? Thank you. Again, I cannot see what I'm doing. Luckily, I've played this game a few times. Alright, so I want to land early here. Yeah, because notice how far on the back of the third one I jumped. Again, like, the, Also, spider, die! There you go. Whoa. Alright, cool. We didn't fall off. That's the important thing. Come on. Move. Because that guy is still... Also, we cannot jump off of that one. It's the only one that doesn't let you jump off. The only overhead rail. Also, here we have another spider. Yeah. I just kind of keep throwing spears until I hear the audio cue for it dying. Also, I cannot see anything. Luckily, the crystals are visible, so I know how to dodge everything. I may still get hit, like right there, for example. Which is fine. Because there's a banana bunch here. So I guess this is a good time to talk about health. So basically, Tarzan has 25 health. I'll bring up the HUD so you can see the health. I'll keep pressing L to keep it in view while I explain things. So you can see it's like divided into 5 sections that have 5 pieces each, giving Tarzan 25 HP to work with. And there's basically 2 types of damage in this game. There's 3 damage and 5 damage. Anything that damages you in the game either does 3 damage or 5 damage. Also, yeah, we do not need the film reels at all anymore at this point, so I can just skip over that. What's my spear count at 4? Ow, I got hit. So that shot hurts me for 5 damage. And yeah, the surfing level that's coming up. Health management is going to be very important. Because if you're not careful, this stage is going to kick your butt. And because of how wide the waterways are here, we're not going to really use back bonking to get through the stage and maneuver and take corners efficiently. We're instead gonna abuse it to avoid as much damage as we can. So I'm gonna back bonk a little bit early here so I can jump over that whirlpool. Except I was unfortunate enough to be pressing jump. I was unfortunate enough to be pressing jump when I was just barely not on the water surface. There it happened again. So it's not really eating inputs, it's just unfortunate timing on the jump button press. Also here I just jump over, and I'm there. So yeah, crashing into walls does 3 damage, and getting hit by any of the enemies here is going to do 5 damage. Now at the very end of the stage, there's a pair of snakes that go through the water, and it's very hard to dodge them. It is possible, but it's kind of hard and you can easily get hit by them. So I at the very least want to reach that stage with 6 health or more. I'm also going to go around this pillar on the right. Going on the left is faster, but it's more risky. You can easily get hit. Also the rails you can just bonk into no problem. They don't damage you. Only walls and like these like pyramid shaped pillars. They're in here. Stalactites or stalagmites. I always forget which is which. One is from the protruding from the floor. One is protruding from the ceiling. I believe stalagmites is from the ground. All right, fine. I'll go this way. Jump over that. You can also avoid damage by slowing down, but you have to slow down so much to avoid damage that it's not really worth it to do that. Also, I'm gonna take these bananas for safety because I have 13. Yeah, I only had 8 health at that time. So now I'm back to 13. I'll take another banana bunch to get back up to 18. So now we should be good for health. Also, yeah, there you can see before I crashed into the thing, I had 2 times where I dodged it. Yeah, here's the end of the stage. We have more than 6 health. We're good. I'm even just gonna straight up. Alright, I didn't even get hit despite running, not even jumping. Alright, so now we're on to the second last stage of the game, but we're not quite done. We're not quite done after beating this. Because, yeah, notice this. Like, watch this. Like, keep that loading screen in mind. Because we'll be seeing that part of the stage in a little bit. And that's actually where we need to go to reach the final stage. Except there's a small problem with it, which I'll be showing in a second. So yeah, you can see it over there in the background. Like that far away. But there's a ledge there's a ledge in between there that's there for us to climb up on. The problem is it's too high to jump onto. There's a set of baboons there. If they help us, they're gonna make a ladder. And then we can climb on them, get up the ledge, jump off. I jumped off too early here. Okay, I did pick up the spears. Let's try this again. Right, let's not jump off too early this time. But yeah, they'll make a ladder that we can use to climb up to the ledge on. Then we can jump off and actually the final stage. But to get the monkeys to help us, we need to complete this section's bungee challenge, which we do by saving all the baby monkeys. As such, the only reason you have to beat a level is to unlock the next. And since beating this level doesn't unlock the next one, because you need that alternate side path at the beginning, we're not actually going to be beating this stage. Which is something that I'll explain in detail a little bit more once we get to the end of the stage. Because we're not just exploiting the physics in this game, we're also exploiting the programming of this game. So look forward to that. Right, so here I can dodge the first couple things by just randomly, yeah, sliding like that. I did get hit once, but that's okay. I am still on 16 health, 18 once I grab these 2 bananas. Yeah, in these stages you generally have, you generally don't have to worry about dying. Especially when you speedrun. I have spears so I can immediately go here and yeah. Okay, so that's what it looks like when you get cocooned. Guess I got to show that off too, but yeah, that's That's about a second lost again. But it's okay, because I've had much bigger time losses in this run with all the deaths. Also, shoutouts to Shark the Saiyan, who actually... Now, that might be obvious, but he was the one who actually showed me that you can break open cages with a spear. Which makes getting the cage open and grabbing the monkey way easier to optimize. Also, I cannot see, so I'm just gonna damage boost through that. Again, bad visibility. Once again, I apologize. I really should have turned up the brightness on my capture card. But we're here, so we'll just deal with it. Right, luckily I didn't die. I've died here before and didn't have spears, so I had to take that encounter. I have 2 spears left, which should be all I need. There's another spider here. I'm just gonna keep on jumping this time, because if you're in mid-air, you can't get cocooned. Yeah, I need 1 spear for this guy. Right, so I missed with the attack, but I was able to redirect it and still hit the cage. If I had 1 more spear, I could do it. Also that part about not beating the level, that's coming up. So we're gonna do this, and watch the bottom right. I paused too early. So yeah, that indicator shows up. We're gonna quit the level. So note that we didn't need the level, but we still have the bungee challenge available. Because the only thing it checks for on the bungee challenge is whether you have saved all the baby monkeys. And since any progress is stored as soon as you get it, we can just quit out of the level and we get it. That's what's called early exit. Also, I'm gonna focus for a little bit because enough of this has been going wrong. All right, good. So yeah, you can notice that bungee challenge a little bit harder. Also, Tarzan keeps hanging down there for some reason. Again, well-programmed game. But yes, it's a little bit more difficult than the first one. But yeah, I've done any percent so much now that I actually don't even remember what the second bungee challenge looks like. And I don't run all bungees, which is a category for this, which just adds saving the baby monkeys in section 2 and then beating that bungee challenge. So it's like a small thing about it, just so like that piece of content of the game does get explored in speedrun still. There's also 100% which gets all the film reels, which is obnoxious as heck, so no one's done it yet. And yeah, there's also the aforementioned crocodile percent. Now I am gonna pick up spears here again. Now watch this. So there's an enemy that comes down there that throws knives at you. I'm gonna yell, get hit by the attack to let it interrupt me, then kill him off so I don't get hit when I'm on the ladder, and then I climb up. Because you can't get on the ladder before it's done building, so to speak. So now we're truly at the final part. So yeah, so you notice, first boss fight, 1 hit, 3 button combo. Second boss fight, 2 hits, 4 button combo. 3 guesses as to what this is, and the first 2 don't count. In case you couldn't find it, or is it not super visible, the hits of the boss are in the top right corner of the screen, and Tarzan's health is in the top right, the top left. So A, Y, B, X, Y. I'm just taking my time to make sure I input it correctly. Now, I do happen to know the next one by heart, which is AYXBB. And once I finish inputting that combo is when time is. So on that last button input. So get ready on time, because this is the final thing. Gonna be getting a mid 42, which is fine for a marathon. Time! I got a little bit early because I missed the B button the second time, but hey. Doesn't matter. I'm seeing 42:26 on the stream. That's a fine time. I kind of expected it with the amount of deaths I had that weren't intentional. And fortunately, it was way better than the D-Rush run I did before the marathon, shortly before the marathon.
Still.
Because in that D-Rush run, between you and me, I went over estimate. That run was longer than 45 minutes.
There. Got it.
Oh. That did the
So I'm gonna let these cutscenes ride out, so you can listen to the voice acting.
Great!
Yes, Turk, the motion picture, Living Shadows. Tarzan's been collecting film reels. That's me. That's you. And that's only one reel. Who knows how much film he lost, my boy? There could be a whole story out there.
Alright, so there's the final cutscene. We are behind the schedule, so I'll make these shoutouts quick. First, a shout out to Shark the Saiyan, who was officially the first person to run this back in February of 2017. Did the first official speedrun.com speedrun. So yeah, he's officially the first runner of the game. He is also the one who found out that jumping or jump punching, which is jumping and punching immediately afterward, lets you move at running speed while the build up to running speed progresses. He also found lasso skip and the early exit that I did at Subterranean Search, quitting out of the level as soon as the third baby monkey was saved. And then second shout out to Mui Kula, I hope I said that right, for as the other runner of this game. He was the one who found gorilla skip, which I failed but explained nonetheless. And he is the current world record holder of the crocodile meme % category alongside yours truly. And yeah, Shark the Saiyan also did a lot of the routing for this. In particular, figuring out which of the 46 reels is the slowest, so we can skip, which is the 8th and final reel in the very first level. So that's all for me for this marathon. I will be back later today at the end of the marathon, after the final run, to do the afterthoughts. So I hope to see you guys back then, and enjoy the rest of the runs we have for you.